we will continue with the de-spreading of the direct sequence spread spectrum technique. That is, at the what happens at the demodulation side. This is the block diagram which is giving you what is the operation that are done at the receiver side. Consider R of t is a received signal, and again we are going to multiply with the PN sequence generator. So this is multiplication is done in synchronization with the transmitted signal. So there should be a synchronization between the transmitter and the receiver for proper operation. Now then it is again multiplied with the, so this all part is a correlator part. So already we have seen what is a correlator. For demodulation purpose, so this all indicates the matched filter operation. So matched filter for demodulation we have seen. So this is all a matched filter operation, then it is given to the decoder. Now consider if the received signal, consider the received signal to properly study the effect of, that is what is we are talking about? We are talking about the effect of de-spreading. That is, what is the effect of de-spreading on a interference signal, that is narrowband interference. What is the effect we are going to study now? That is, now what we are doing, we are having a received signal R of t. Now there is a interference from the channel. So what happens to the interference when we spread it and when we de-spread it? That is the effect we are going to see. R of t is equal to, see, received signal will be equal to AC into V of t, C of t, cos 2 pi f c t plus IT. I of t is nothing but the interference signal, that is narrowband interference, which is getting added with the signal in the channel, and it is having the same bandwidth as that of the signal. Now here, what is when R of t is multiplied with the C of t. So this is C of t. So when you multiply R of t into C of t, so because C of t into C of t, that is C square of t will be equal to 1, because C of t is the orthogonal signal. When you multiply two orthogonal signals, then it will be, the output will be equal to 1. So AC into V of t cos 2 pi f c t plus I of t into C of t. So the interference signal, okay, this is the interference signal. Interference signal is going to get multiplied with the C of t. That is, C of t is having a bandwidth W. That is, the bandwidth of the C of t is wide. So it is going to multiply with the I of t. Now the interference signal also becomes wide band. So now we can call the interference signal as wide band interference signal. Okay. Now what is I of t? Now I of t, generally I of t is nothing but AI cos 2 pi Fi of t. It is having certain frequency Fi. Now the Fi is going to increase because it is going to multiply with the PN sequence signal C of t. It is becoming wide band signal. What is the power spectral density of the signal now? So power spectral density of the signal which has been multiplied with the C of t. So it is equal to I naught, that is Pi divided by W, where Pi indicates what? Pi is nothing but is the average interference power, that is average power of the interference signal. So Pi is nothing but AI square by 2. This is the average power. Now what we are going to do, this signal, that is the signal along with the interference signal, both are there now. So both the signals we are going to demodulate it. So what we are going to use as a demodulator? We have used a matched filter which is having the bandwidth of R. Okay, so R or RB. Now when you pass the signal to the matched filter, so what is the output? That is I naught power spectral density into RB. When you pass it through a matched filter of a frequency RB, okay, so we are going to get Pi, what is I naught? It is equal to average power divided by W. Okay, this same into RB. Now what we have done here is, so here what we have done. So Pi, what is W? W is simply 1 by Tc. Okay, that is W indicates what? It is the bandwidth of the PN sequence generated signal. So it is equal to 1 by Tc. So when I substitute here 1 by Tb, so I am going to get here Pi divided by Tb by Tc. Okay, so Tb by Tc, I am giving the Tb by Tc already we have seen, it is nothing but LC. So it is We have discussed what is LC. LC is nothing but the number of chips per bit. Okay. So here LC is giving you the processing gain. We are calling LC as a processing gain. So what is this indicating? So we are getting I0 into RB. Okay. Whatever the power in the interference is reducing by the net effect of the despreading. When we are despreading the signal, the net effect is the interference power is reduced by LC. It is reduced by amount of LC. So any signal, if for example, if the power of the signal is 10 watts, okay, power of the signal is 10 watts. If I am LC, the processing gain is 2, okay, so it will become 5. That is, whatever this I0 into RB is indicating the interference power. So the interference power is reducing when we are despreading the sequence. So the aim is to reduce the interference power. So that is obtained in the despreading process. So when you summarize all the things, what we have done, we have taken the input sequence, multiplied with the PN sequence. Then we have, when we are multiplying the sequence, input sequence with the PN generator sequence, so we are spreading the bandwidth of the input signal. Then we are transmitting it, modulating and transmitting it. At the receiver side, we are despreading. Then again we are multiplying with the C of T, PN sequence. When we are multiplying with the C of T, what will happen? The interference signal gets wide. That is, its frequency or its bandwidth gets widened. Because its bandwidth gets widened, if its bandwidth gets widened, when it is passed through a match filter, the net effect is the reduction in the interference power. With the help of this equation, we can say that there is a net effect. The net effect is nothing but the interference power has been reduced by amount of processing gain, by amount of LC. So in this way, we can say that when we are using the spread spectrum techniques, where it may be a direct sequence spread spectrum or a frequency hop spread spectrum, any spread spectrum, it is going to reduce the effect of interference in the process, in the communication process.